Welcome back to another episode of Playmaker's Perspective. I'm your host, Tyson Nori. You're probably wondering why there's not a traditional intro to this video, and that's because we couldn't be serious long enough to actually get through the intro when we were recording this, so that explains why I'm talking to you over a black screen right now. But yeah, this is one of my funniest episodes. There's actually going to be bloopers at the end of it. I decided to interview my cousin, Josiah Munford, who is someone that I love very dearly. Obviously, grew up with her, and she's doing her thing both on the field with flag football and on the court. So, I mean, it's not much else for me to say, bro. Like, let's just get into the video, bro.
I am Josiah Munford.
Right.
I am originally from Brooksville, Florida. I live in Spring Hill, Florida right now. I attend Springstead High School. I'm a multi-sport athlete. I play basketball, flag football this year so far. Last year I did track and field as well. This year, not really into it, so I'm just focusing on flag football.
Before I ask you any questions, where did you lose that passion for track and field? Huh?
I just feel like since it wasn't something I wanted to pursue in college, I would just focus on other sports that I had a chance of getting a scholarship on or that I was actually interested in doing for the rest of my life.
So would you say it like kind of took you away from what you were really, trying to get at?
Yeah. Honestly, I do feel like track and field in itself is a great way to condition my body for the other sports that I'm in. But at the same time, I feel like it's better if I just focus on my sport and my position right now, which is flag football.
Given that you play these two sports, what kind of inspired you to start? Let's start with basketball. What inspired you to play basketball? I know you've been playing for a while.
So I originally started playing basketball like as organized in sixth grade. When I joined the sixth grade basketball team, I was pretty good at it, so I just kept going. But honestly, I just watched a lot of basketball and a lot of sports growing up, so I was just always around sports, like seeing my family participate in sports. It just really pushed me to do it and be better.
Now, just going over to flag football. I know it's becoming more popular, and I don't know how long you've been playing, but I think you started pretty recent. So, what inspired you to jump into that field, literally?
Well, honestly, I've always enjoyed the sport of football. Like, I knew I never could play tackle football because obviously I am a female. But when my school introduced the sport of flag football, I tried it out because originally my freshman year we didn't have it. The only flag football form I really played was powder puff, and I was good at it. So once they added it, I was like, let's try it. I ended up doing a kind of AAU league. I was pretty good, so I joined the elite team. I got to travel. We went over to the Buck Stadium. We got to play over there. It was a really great experience, and I just felt like I wanted to keep going.
Could you go into more detail about that experience? What was it like, playing in the Buck Stadium and that atmosphere and things like that? Like, what was that like?
So I feel like the atmosphere was just amazing, having plenty of people around you cheering, just all in for the sport. And right after, we actually had the NFL players come in, so we were able to watch them play flag football and do their other events. And overall, it was just great. It was really fun. It was a really good experience. I
Did you
enjoyed
get
it.
to meet any people that were like that you held in high regard, or just people that you look up to?
Unfortunately, no, not like face to face, but Tyreek Hill was there, and I'm a really big fan of him.
So now that we know that you play all these different sports and you played actually more sports in the past, how do you balance how do you balance your time between school and playing multiple sports?
So luckily, right now with my schedule, I'm able to just do all my schoolwork, have some on the weekends since I'm in online courses, and then I'm still able to train and go to my practices and go to my games and keep it all organized. Since I do multiple sports, luckily basketball and football do not run together.
Mm-hmm.
So when I focus on basketball, I can focus on basketball and train for basketball. Then when flag football comes, it's all football, unless I do AAU, which I am actually thinking about continuing in.
Okay. Is there a team that you're looking to play for this AAU upcoming season?
Yes, actually, I was referred by one of my teammates at school to this team called Bounty Hunters. I would be really appreciative if I could join and get to play, get some more experience, and just play. Honest.
I don't know if we mentioned this when we started, but you're a rising senior. Well, currently in your junior flag football season. But what are your goals in terms of finishing out this flag season and going into the next season? And then we'll go into your goals as far as your senior basketball season. So start with flag, and then we'll go.
Well, right now for my flag season, I really just want to get my girls a district championship. We've been working hard for it. I feel like we've always put in the work and we've always came to practice, done what we needed to do, go over our plays, just fix up the little things. Obviously, it's still early in the season. I'm pretty sure we've only played like 6 games so far. We're still working on it. We just got to build that chemistry, but we're a really strong team and we're getting better. So all these other teams better watch out. Going into my senior basketball season, I really am focused on hitting my 1,000 points. I think I'm about halfway there. I'm really focused on it. I want to get more assists. I want to build my players up. Like, I want us as a team to get a district championship, make it to state playoffs, which we did this year. Mm-hmm. I hope we can win my senior year so I can get my year up there on the banner.
You guys have had great seasons, which great seasons obviously come with great coaching. So who would you say is a coach, like if you could just pick one, would you say is a coach that kind of helped you or stuck with you that really has influenced you and helped your growth as a player or just as an individual, period?
Honestly, I don't know if I can pick just one. We have an amazing coaching staff for football and basketball. For basketball, I've been with Coach Duncan for a while now. She's been with me since my middle school years. She's been helping me shoot, everything I need to do just to get better as a personal player. She's always keeping me updated, sending me videos to watch, college players to scout, just to like build my game. Coach Anspach, he's never went easy on me, and that's always pushed me to just be better, learn the plays, be a leader. And it's just amazing, the coaching staff. For football, my offensive coach, Courtman, he's amazing. I'm a QB, right? So obviously, I need to work on my arm. He tells me what I need to work on. He gives me the resources, the tools, the drills I need to do at home to get better and to just be what I need to be the role player for my team.
So, since you just mentioned that you're a quarterback, is it stressful at times being that like leadership, being in that leadership role and being kind of like the head of the team, and when things go left, they're kind of looking at you? Does that come with stress, and how do you deal with that?
Unfortunately, yes, it does come with stress, especially when we're up in a game and things start to turn around, we get down, maybe there's not some great calls, maybe we're dropping balls. Well, like, it is very stressful, but you have to stay poised. Like, you have to be calm in the situation. The only way you can really deal with it is by communicating with your teammates so you're all on the same page. It'll really help out the entire game once you all like know what you're doing and you're all on the same page. It just helps, honestly. It's just communication with your teammates and communication with your coaches.
So, for the quarterbacks like myself and the quarterbacks that may be watching, how is like, what is one way you can build that connection with your team, whether it be off the field activities or on the field activities? What is something that you've done that we may be able to follow and be able to do with our teammates to build that level of communication and connection with each other?
I feel like motivation and encouragement towards your teammates can go a really like long way. Speaking good to your teammates, keeping their head up, having them in their right headspace so that you guys can communicate effectively and not necessarily be yelling at each other and everything just go into jambles because you're all angry. I feel like that really helps. Whenever you speak to each other, you just have to view view them as a person, because yelling at them is not necessarily going to get them to do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I kind of had to deal with that myself. Sometimes I forget it's like we're all still human at the end of the day. I'm not perfect. Neither is the person that I'm communicating with. So when you keep that in mind, it'll change how you communicate with people and you'll start moving more cautious. Now, I want to ask you this, like, I know we just spoke on the stress, but what is like a time, it could be from either sport. What is a time where you think you felt the most adversity and how were you able to bounce back or fight through that?
I honestly feel like my sophomore year, we had a big district game against Forest, a crazy good team, very athletic. We ourselves, very athletic team, we're a really good team. Unfortunately, we did not win that game. And that is simply because our communication lacked. And at that moment in that game, I felt the most defeated. We hit halftime. We were up. Everything was going our way. We get into the third quarter. We start failing. Things just aren't going. We start getting bad calls, which I can't blame everything on the refs because it is a game.
It's
like
a part of it.
It's a part of the game. But that was probably one of the best, worst games of my life. Great experience getting to be in the game, being in a district game. That's something you should be proud of.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we did not win, and it still hurts. Actually, to this day, I still feel it.
Yeah. So now that we know that feels like, I mean, that's not a feeling you ever really want to feel. Would you say there was a time that you felt like that in terms of flag football?
Yes, actually, very recently we had a big Hernando game. It's a county game, so of course it's important. We want to get that conference win, which is what we're still working on. Thankfully, that was our first Hernando game, so we get to play them again. And we were up, I think, 14-0 going into halftime, 21-7. We had a pretty good lead. Unfortunately, I made a bad play, causing a pick, which, I mean, it hardly happens, but it happens. And when it happens, I have to bounce back the next play. So unfortunately, that game, I wasn't really in the right headspace. And I feel like that's what really affected us the most because I was frustrated and it led on to our team, to my teammates, which is what I have to work on because ultimately I'm a leader. So my emotions may rub off on them. So to fix that, I'm going to have communication with them and just be on the same playing field.
I feel you. Now, without giving them all the sauce, because Hernando may be, he might be looking at this. You feel me? What's something that you guys feel like you could do different going into the next time playing them?
I honestly feel like our offense is that game was one of the best it's ever been. We moved the ball well up and down the field. We had a great couple of drives. I'm pretty sure we scored like 3 out of the 4 drives we had in the first half, which is really well. We need to work on our defense more, which that just comes with experience. It was one of our first couple of games. We just need more chemistry with each other, and I feel like next time we will be exceptional.
What is one piece of advice that you would like to leave and or words of encouragement that you'd like to leave with an athlete that may be coming up, a female athlete in your position, or just an athlete in general that's aspiring to do some of the things that you've done?
Honestly, don't give up. Work hard. Be humble. Be curious. Be unique. Be versatile. Just be yourself, honestly. Working hard is what's really going to make you different from the other players. Working only in practice, slacking off, not going the extra mile to be the best player you can be, or just the best player in general, it's not going to get you where you want to be. If you want to compete on a collegiate level, you need to always be in the gym, which I'm giving this advice to myself as well because that's something I need to do on my part. There's always going to be somebody else working as hard as you or even harder, but you can't let that happen. You need to stay in the gym, on the field, whatever sport you want to do and you want to be great at, you need to work for it. So just never give up, be determined, be humble because there's always other players out there who is going to go as hard as you. You need to respect everyone, but fear no one.
You need to respect everyone. No, I'm playing. No. No, but like on a real note, like she said, be versatile, be different, but still be yourself, if that makes sense, and never give up. Like I know we say it all the time, but it's really that simple. If you don't quit, who's really gonna stop you? You feel me? So take that and run with it. So thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for
Tell the
having
people
me.
where we can find you: Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
My Instagram, you can find me at jzmunford07. It's my main Instagram that I use. I'll post highlights on there of me to get my name out there. My Twitter is Josiah M 2026, my graduating year. And yeah, thanks for having me on the podcast.
All right, nigga. Ooh, that be clean on my mama. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have any more questions, nigga. So I'm about to look at this real quick and get like 2-3 questions. Where's my phone?
I don't know.
Shut up. Shut up. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know.
You can't.
I don't know if I can say.
Just
I
crop
don't
it
know
out.
if I
Just
can.
edit it. Just edit it.
Say something in the microphone.
Hello. It's not working.
Your daddy is gay on my mama, nigga.
Say something.
Welcome back to your granddaddy podcast. This is
Playmaker's
daddy
ball
gay.
sack. I'm at
Oh,
perspective.
let me cover my leg.
Basically, earlier today, I got in the pool, so now my pants are wet, and I'm sitting right here sticky and wet, and I don't like it, and I feel like Tyler, the Creator. Also, we were just playing basketball,
this
so
going
I'm
in the
probably
intro, right?
sweat.
I'm putting all of this in them.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if they hear us.
It's still going to hurt. We just checked it the first time. We checked it with it in our hands.
Yeah, I'm saying check it right here on our shirt to make sure it's still. You know what I mean?
What would change?
The loudness. Do you not understand? Do you not understand what I'm saying, gangland?
It's just the same as you holding it right here.
Cap.
We'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, let's do it. I'm going all the way. I'm diving in. I'm going.
I'm ready when you are. I'm not Drewski, bro.
What should we title this one?
It could have been.
Could have been love.
What does that have to do with sports?
Could have been D1. Could have made it. Could have made it D1.
All right, quiet on set. There's no way I just said that.
Quiet on set.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Playmaker's Perspective. I'm your host, Tyson Nori, and today's guest is my cousin,
Josiah Munford.
I ain't tell you to talk.
My bad.
Today, tell the people who you are, where you're from, what you do, type beat.
I'm Josiah Munford. I'm from Spring Hill, Florida, and I'm a. Oh my God! Get out!
We're keeping it.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Don't lie. She told you not. We recording this going on television.
All right.
Ain't no need for the lying.
Re-ask the question, gang.
Go ahead and tell the people where you're from, Josiah Munford, and what you do.
No. Re-ask the original question.
That's what I said.
What's your name? Where you from? How you do? What you doing?
I'm so sorry.
Where you from? Where you be at? Where you be? Today's guest with me is
Josiah Munford.
Now go ahead. Tell the people what you do. You know where you're from, things like that, where they can find you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from Spring Hill, Florida.
Go ahead, Miss Munford.
Get out right now.
We're about to have so many bloopers.
Oh my gosh.